Hey everyone, I want to do a fairly quick video about why you should carry an extra magazine. Okay, so I carry a Glock 43 Palmer 80, and I do carry an extra magazine. I carry the extra magazine on the other side horizontally. Okay, so it's a soft magazine holder. I'm able to put a magazine in. I like it horizontal because it's like, you know, like when I sit down in the car seat, I don't feel it. For practice purposes, I sometimes use like the vertical ones, sometimes the double ones, which is fine for practice. But for everyday carry, I like it horizontal on my belt. Okay, it's got the Velcro. It fits pretty snug in there. So even if the thing were to open up, it's never falling out. So it's really convenient for everyday carry. Convenience is probably more the most important thing, right? Because yeah, I've got bigger guns, more capacity. I've carried them. You know, I ended up not carrying them for long. For one thing, I live in a very safe area. There's like a very low chance I would ever need to get into a self-defense type of situation with a gun. So you know, I carry the most convenient gun. Now, the reason why we carry an extra magazine is not necessarily because you're going to run out of ammunition. Okay, so even though my Glock 43 here has 6 + 1, 7 rounds, that's not the primary reason why I carry the extra magazine. The primary reason why I carry the extra magazine is because magazines do tend to fail. Okay, especially with a lot of use. It's probably one of the more vulnerable parts of the gun. That's easy to fix if you got an extra magazine. I'll show you guys an example. I was doing a little shooting earlier, right? And basically I had one magazine here where as I'm shooting, the magazine kept dropping, right? And what I did is I took a closer look at this magazine, which I have now marked with these X's. And if you look over here, and by the way, this is a factory Glock magazine, okay? If you look over here, it basically got worn out a little bit, right? Let me get behind the camera, make sure it's in focus. So if you look right over here, you see how it got worn out? Okay, that's just with a lot of use. So because of it wearing out, in that spot where the magazine catch holds it, as I was shooting it, it started dropping. So this is the type of situation where, so it's not necessarily just a spring that might wear out over time. Stuff like this happens, okay? And even if you have a steel body magazine, stuff happens. The way it usually works is if the magazine body is plastic, and what Glocks is, it's like inside it's steel, plastic on the outside. But whatever, basically the magazine catch, right? So it has to be of the same material. So in this case, it's plastic. It has to be of the same material as the magazine, because if you have a steel magazine catch, because they do sell like aftermarket steel ones, but that's going to wear out the plastic faster. Okay, or likewise, if you have a steel magazine body, but you got a plastic magazine catch, the steel magazine is going to wear out the magazine catch. Okay, so whatever the material is, basically the magazine and the magazine catch have to be of the same material so that one's not wearing out the other. So in this case, they're both plastic, but just with a lot of use, and I just don't use this in this one gun that I'm carrying. I use this in a lot of different Glock 43s. It did wear out over time. So this is a prime example of why you would want to carry an extra magazine. It's not just in case you run out of ammo in the middle of a gunfight. It's in case the magazine goes bad, okay? And that might be just if you're at the gun range, if you only go there with one magazine. Because sometimes, you know, like you may not be planning to have a range day, right? Maybe you're just driving by the range, you happen to have an extra box of ammo, or you buy a box at the range, so you're like, hey, you know what? I got my carry gun here. I'm going to do a little bit of practice, right? So, you know, that's an ideal situation where you definitely want to have an extra magazine on you in case that magazine goes bad on you while you're shooting, okay? So anyway, something for you guys to think about. But yeah, I love the horizontal magazines. I've been carrying this setup here now for since 2020, right? Since the end of 2020. So we're going into almost 5 years now, and I've carried lots of different guns, and by far this Glock 43 setup I am the happiest with, right? I mean, yes, I shoot bigger guns better, 43X, I like that better, I'm better with it, but it's, you know, when I sit down in the car seat, you know what, that extra ½ inch, I feel it, right? Even with these magazines, I don't like the extended ones, I like the flush ones, right? Because most of the time I'm not shooting this gun, most of the time I'm just carrying this gun, and a lot of times I spend a lot of time sitting in the car, right, going places. So that part's important. Okay, so anyway, something for you guys to think about. Drop some comments. I'll talk to you all soon.